this again.
Did the murderer take him into this room? Or was he already here? Now, where did I leave my calipers?
Empty.
Yes, this is a rare kind of magic. I'll need to write to headquarters right away.
Why, you're looking a bit more chipper. Yes. Looks like that collar fits you snugly enough. Nice bit of work, even if I do say so myself. There you are. Not too tight, I hope. The collar, I mean. Oh, not to worry. Every dog has to get used to its leash. In the meantime, your next stop will be Magister William. All passengers have to be registered in the ship's manifest, and he's the chap in charge of the logs. You'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters. The good ship Merryweather. But you can stand at ease there, Private. You do realize...
Index fingers pressed to her.
My word. You do seem a bit befuddled, don't you? Oh, well, I'm sure you'll soon gather your wits. Most likely. A new life awaits. And if you're a particularly good boy, perhaps a cure as well. And...
She frowns and peers at you closely, resting the back of one hand on your forehead and taking your...
Delusions such as these are rare, but not unheard of. I recommend a wife for my peace of mind, of course. Why don't you try casting one of those source spells of yours? See what happens.
Currents of magic surge inside you, boiling, bursting.
My, look at the there you have it. See? The collar's function. It neuters you, of sorts, for your own peace of mind. You've been collared, and you've been told why. There really is no need for you to linger.
Bloody murder. Looks like someone's hit the Hall of Echoes a little...
A young magister Behind the magister, a bloodied mass lies in a heap. Gore and limbs lie at odd angles. You can't...
There's been a murder. A sorcerer was killed by one of your own. Lucky you were busy getting your collar fitted at the time. Waters is investigating. She'll figure out who did it. Always does. It's a small ship. His name was Finn. Oddball. Looked to me like he saw something he wished he hadn't. We'll find out who did it.
Ugly sight, isn't it? Burns me up this happened under our protection. We're extremely lucky no Voidwalker followed the source that did this.
She looks up at you with a...
I was on duty in You're one of the only indisputably not with that collar on. Listen, I could use some... Bring me a good lead, and I'll throw in a shiny gold coin for you. How about that? Not in here, it isn't. You let me know if you hear it. No known associates. In fact, I'm not suited. Haven't got any shoes, have you? Peep.
No!
What's your name?
No!
Gods, didn't your mother teach you any manners?
She got eaten by a void woken.
Forget it.
It was one of them. I know it.
Name?
You put a knuckle in it. I'm trying to concentrate.
Well, you aren't here on my list. Scrammy.
Care about us.
Ah, there you are. Would you please tell this very charming gaggle of not at all brat-like babes that I am by no accounts this Losa woman, nor do I see how very correct... What? What?
Her pinched face cracks.
Yeah,
She turns to you.
gotta keep ourselves entertained, haven't we? You presume right. Nope, trying not to find anything out either. Ignorance of thanks, but I ought... You take care, though.
Suddenly, as quickly as they...
Good luck, Chief.
I'll tell you if you can keep it quiet long enough for me to listen.
You! Sorcerer! Blood? No! Go!
Like I said,
The elf is reading a volume. He reaches out. He sits back and returns to his book, flicking quickly from page to page.
Oh no, my instinct to survive...
Oh dear.
You have my Perhaps I should demand the same from those red-cloaked Perhaps. Take this book, for example. It is Tell me, what do you know of our world's history? Oh, please. I have no interest... No. This text, where did these gods come from? Who are their... Now, please, run along.
No amount of pest...
Just skip to the part where I reassure you and you shut up.
Well. What have we here?
The lizard looks you up and down, like a farmer would a fetching horse. All of a sudden, he grips you firmly by the chin, with the intent of inspecting your teeth.
I'm inspecting your teeth. There's some discoloration, but Now then, to business. You will answer me 3 questions. The first one is this. Can you cook? Oh, goodness. On to the second question. Can you knit? Yes, I can. On then to my final query. Just as So, as per... That won't do at all, see? I know. Still.
They don't care about us. We're like cattle to them. I'll give you that knuckle if you keep carrying on. One of us wouldn't kill our own. They're picking us off one by one. Can we just skip to the part where I reassure you and you shut up? You think me mad? Mad? No. Insufferable? Surely.
Meanwhile,
I'll tell you if you can
who
keep
we
it
are,
quiet
what we've
enough for me
done,
to listen.
they mean less than nothing as long as these collars choke us.
Sing us a song, I know you can.
That's enough.
I think I'll go on then. Mate.
I ain't saying nothing.
bloody dwarves. I'll come
An
back
elf
for you.
sits tucked away in a duck.
Snaker.
She chuckles.
I bet that's just what they'll... Rolling, deciding fates. Don't worry.
She looks you up and...
Never say never, though.
She eyes you.
I could lick your arm and tell you how...
She gives your...
Only rather more vigorously.
That knuckle if you keep carrying on. One of us wouldn't kill our own.
Of course it is. But don't you... I don't...
Can we just skip to the part where I reassure you and you shut up? You think me mad? Mad? No. Insufferable? Surely.
What are you trying to hear anyway?
I'll tell you if you can keep it quiet long enough for me to listen.
Lucky find.
Classify this stock as food. I've seen more appetizing things coming out of plague-stricken pigs.
There's nothing else I can make, Your Majesty. Turnips and
You one of them?
A broad dwarf, he raises...
Listen up, boy. You hear that?
He turns his head toward you.
You look like a boy. Listen, if you're interested. Or the ship, of course.
A wave of...
And? Sick as a... But there's more. There now.
Squeak!
Aha!
His eyes snap.
There. You heard it, didn't you? And you... No, you burn my beard. That means... If we've been travelling for... Yes, only 10... no indeed, boy.
The dwarf leans...
That'll be all. Thank you kindly, boy.
He continued.
Yes, over time, you know.
Rubbish.
It was one of them. I know it.
Would you put a knuckle in it? I'm trying to concentrate.
They don't care about us. We're like cattle to them.
I'll give you that knuckle if you keep carrying on.
One of us wouldn't kill our own. They're picking us off one by one.
Can we just skip to the part
The
where
Magister
I
starts.
reassure you and you shut up?
The Magister's face turns white. He makes a move to step backward.
It is you. Ifan Ben Mesd. I remember you. You were my captain's commander way back in the war.
The Magister's eyes darken.
I always knew you'd end up down low. Lower even than us nobodies in the rank and file. The higher the climb, the louder the... And Fort Joy, you're about to fall further than you thought possible. Happy landing.
You seem on edge, officer. What on earth is the matter? Murder must fail. I strongly suspect you know all about it. Do you? Well, perhaps you're absolutely right. It was one of them. I know it.
You put a knuckle in it. I'm trying to concentrate.
They don't care about us. We're like cattle to them.
I'll give you that knuckle if you keep carrying on.
One of us wouldn't kill our own. They're picking us off one by one.
Can we just skip to the part where I reassure you and you shut up?
You mad?
Mad? Insufferable? Surely.
What are you doing here anyway?
I'll tell you if you keep it quiet long enough for me to listen.
Ask what you must. I've nothing to hide.
Seems to me you should be a little more afraid. There's a killer about, after all.
Till overboiling a bit of cabbage becomes a crime, I shall hold my head steady.
It was one of them. I know it.
Would you put a knuckle in it? I'm trying to concentrate.
They don't care about us. We're like cattle.
Here to register, sir. You faring okay so far? I'm glad to hear. You head on in now.
One of us wouldn't kill our own. They're picking us off one by one. Keep those bolts trained on her, and if she tries to run, shoot to kill.
I reassure you and you shut up.
You seem on edge, officer. What on earth is the matter?
Mad?
Murder most foul.
Insufferable?
Strongly suspect you know all about it. What are you doing here anyway? Well, perhaps you're absolutely
I'll tell
right.
you if you can keep it quiet long enough for me to listen.
Standing at the center of the room, you spot a sorcerer haughtily eyeing a pair of nervous-looking magisters. They keep their...
So you admit it then? You murdered that... Yes, I did. But of course that...
She turns her head.
There are others whose lives... Good God! The woman's... You there! Sorcerer! Go and fetch Magister Siwan! We need to... It means your journey draws to a close.
She reaches for her collar and simply removes...
I'm just about to create a scene. Subdue her, men, quickly! If she casts Source, the Voidwoken will come. They'll end...
She smiles with wicked satisfaction.
Precise.
What's happened?
The dwarf lies in a heap on the floor. You hear a...
Oh! What? Water?
The lizard's eyes...
No.
It's no use.
The dice roll.
The young woman lies... The Magister lies...
The hatch is blocked. I'll need to find another way.
The hound paws desperately at its snout. It winces as it draws blood from its wet black nose. The dog notices you for the first time and snarls. The head... It sneezes suddenly and paws...
Can't smell. Can't breathe. Please, make it stop.
The dog whines.
Damn. That doesn't bode well. Onwards and upwards. Not long before this thing snaps into splinters.
Thank the gods. By divine...
He eyes the collar circling your...
Another sorcerer! Even if I knew how to rip that thing off, I wouldn't. Some crazy banshee comes screaming through, and now we got void bugs swarming up top. Saw it coming, I did. Curdled my blood when she appeared. Ship shook like a typhoon had struck, and then she was gone again. Look around. You see how that... Go on, then. Find a place to hide and stay.
What will happen?
You need to find a hiding...
Need to get off this wreck. Quick.
Great God, something's pounding on the hull!
The marking on the door, you press your palm against the door to open it. It doesn't budge. You pass through the skeleton.
No, it catches...
The skeleton.
Oh, it's you.
The skeleton.
Yeah, now if you're really please, I have a mask still. She'll drown with the rest of
the skeleton.
I am, and I will be... Go on!
The moment you touch the door grows.
Something's breaking through! What in the hell are those? The deathlock! I need to get out of here now!
Please, my time is short.
Gods, I need to get off this ship.
That means there's still a chance.
Kid. The dwarf yanked.
You said there were other people.
You see those tentacles, kid? It's time for getting the hell out of here.
Thank you, there's a ladder.
You're gonna be the... Had you open your big mouth, didn't you?
If you can walk, get yourself up the ladder. There's a... Wait! Voidwoken!
about to triumph salute you.
These beardless bugs won't sink the ship on my watch. Into the dark with you.
I thought Voidwoken was supposed to be scary.
Let the games begin.
Away! The sea's hungry. We don't have much time. We make a pretty good team.
I hear something. It's Magister Sirwan. The one who put on this damned collar. Sounds like she needs help.
She tries to speak, but can only gape with jagged movements. She raises blood, quickly soaks through the cloth. It's working. The pressure is stemming the flow of blood. Something within the ship snaps. The floorboards shudder. Siwan struggles to...
Gods. It's ripping the ship apart.
This is it.
I have plans for you, child. Rise.
Honorable Dallas, we lost a ship sailing sorcerer prisoners to Fort Joy. We assume some escaped and broke their collars. Their vile magic lured the Voidwoken. All who were aboard are presumed dead. Yours faithfully into eternity, High Judge Orivan.
So the Order's right about one thing. We attract Voidwoken. Am I the lone survivor? Only one way to find out. Voidwoken. Those are the same beasts that sank our ship. Damn. They made it to shore. I thought these bloody collars were supposed to keep those things at bay. The face is familiar. What's left of it? He was aboard the ship.
You spot a strange lizard gazing over the water with a steady, malcontent stare. His skin is of a bright... Yes, you recognize him from the ship. The lizard turns about with the graceful ease of a dancer.
I did survive, yes. And chances are you have my gratitude.
Hand over heart, he salutes you with a bob of the head. More than...
Yes, I'm sure you've all the makings. Now then, if there's nothing further, I'm sure I'd...
He sighed.
Tell me, what do you see when you cast your glance over the white? Which goes for the dry parts round here.
He looks out over the water once more, and so do you. A few tranquil moments pass as the waves lap.
As for myself, when I consider this, I see continents dotted with mighty cities. And shimmering along the soft curve of the seas, of course it's rather specific. Quite obviously, I'm musing over the very actual...
Suddenly, having all the air of being deeply offended, he stares.
Well, don't just stand there gawking like an ape at an abacus. Or do you really mean... Well, more's the damn pit, for I am the Red Prince. Of course you...
There's a brief moment's...
That said, the grandeur that is my fate has, truly... Fine. On one... For reasons I'll not discuss. I've reason to believe one of them may be present on this island. Jolly good. So, now that even if you are as a born fighter, I prefer the perfection of the blade myself. But I'm well acquainted with the secrets of magic, and yes, even do not take my elegance as a mask for frailty. My blows shatter shields, and my thrusts pierce armor. If a warrior you need, the warrior you'll have. Very well. Onwards, then, to victory or death.
The Red Prince nods.
Now, as you're aware, you'll be traveling with a prince. Proper forms of address include your... As your love. Of course, there are...
Junk. A black cat. Maybe my luck is about to change.
The cat's eyes are...
What? What? No, that can't be. Huh?
The cat opens it.
What's this? I found something. I need a shovel.
One must put in due effort if one is to reap the proper reward.
The cat's eyes are clouded and...
I wonder where this leads.
As the alcove opens, he's leaning a bugger.
How on earth am I supposed to...
Skeletal fingers reach down and grip the skin of the dead man's face.
Damnation. That's stuck. Ah! Oh, it's you. It seems the human that I chased her here.
He turns back to the body.
Why, it's a face that's... I would not... I could then...
The skeleton grabs the corpse.
Because my... Oh! You are... So, if I am to traverse this land... Oh, don't be ridiculous. I cannot simply sit about waiting for the rest of you to die so I may continue my business in peace. No. I may... Indeed. I may be the only Eternal. At least from this realm. A cult? I could ask you to imagine an Eternal as a creature of incredible intelligence and skill. But we studied the mysteries of the universe. But I will find them. Well, that hardly several centuries. I was sealed in a tomb. Perhaps I should thank him. It seems... well, that is the curious thing. They are clearly absent from everyone, perhaps. Regardless, they are not here. I suppose, circumstances being what they are, you seem more... Excellent. While we are of course, the arcane arts are my little speciality. But being a brilliant wizard does not mean much magic. I was controlling the powers of the universe while your people were still... doing whatever it is you used to do. What speciality would you prefer? I could do that with one hand behind my spine. Now, splendid. Very well.